Hello and welcome to the second week of the championships as the Autumn Carnival comes to a close. And we finish with the best, with the mighty mare Winx coming back to win her fourth straight, this time in to claim the $4 million Queen Elizabeth Stakes. And yes, I think she can do it and win well once again. On the drier surfaces too, which will help her over the 1.25 miles. She was quite brilliant, winning over the 1,500 metres last start, but this is her pet distance. She's shooting for her 12th Group 1 and a 17th straight win. And if she happens to win, which she will, she'll shoot to $12.7 million in prize money. Go Winx. All the talk's been about who's going to run second to her. Well, I think Hartnell can. He's had a nice light preparation. The drier surface will suit him a lot better, and he's very good at the 1.25 miles. He's run second to Winx on 3 other occasions, but I think he can. He's the horse to run second once again. The United States and Exospheric will appreciate the drier surface in the Queen Elizabeth if you're playing the multiples. But Winx on top from Hartnell in the Queen Elizabeth. Now the Australian Oaks over 2,400 metres at Group 1 level for 3-year-old fillies. We see the Kiwis coming over once again. Now the Quinella in the New Zealand Oaks this year was Bonneval and Devise, and they fought out the finish and beat third quite easily a couple of weeks ago. The Kiwis have proven that they can do it. Remember Ginger Nuts and also John Snow winning the Derby just last week. Bonneval is the one out of the two in the New Zealand Oaks. I think all reports she's settled in very well. She runs the 2,400 metres and she'll be tough to beat. Now locally out of the Vinery Stud Stakes here in Sydney, Harlow Gold was very good, but Nurse Kitchen, who ran second in that race, she was very strong. She had to zigzag down the straight. She got out late. She hit the line very strong and said, watch me when I run over 2,400 metres next start. So I think Nurse Kitchen will be a danger to Bonneval, but I'm tipping one each way at odds. I liked Waking Moments win 7 days ago in the Apollo Stakes over 1.25 miles. She got back. She was near last at the 800 metre mark. She found a little bit of trouble. She got stopped in her momentum. She got pushed wide at the top of the straight, but she powered to the line. Now, she didn't beat much, but she's a lightly raced filly, and her trainer, John Thompson's a very good judge, and he's backing her up 7 days later. Her target was the Queensland Oaks a little bit later on this year, but he's happy to back her up 7 days later. She'll be great each way value. Waking Moment on top in the Australian Oaks. Okay, the third of the big Group 1s is the Sydney Cup. We have 14 runners this year, and there's a great spread in the weights, and that's what we've been talking about. Geez, Big Duke was good last week winning the Chairmans. He carried 58 kilos. He now dropped 6 kilos to 52, and this is his target. He's won his last 3. He powered to the line last start. Apparently he's been bouncing out of it all week, and he's very nice and fresh going into this 3,200 metres. So all he has to do is run a strong 3,200 metres with the lightweight at 52. He is the one to beat for sure. Now there's a couple of international raiders coming over. Polarisation and Pen Glide Pavilion from the Charlie Appleby stable. He's a genius, Charlie Appleby. He took all before him last spring, winning 3 or 4 major staying races throughout our spring carnival, and Kieran McAvoy teamed up with him. So Pen Glide Pavilion and Polarisation, they'll be ones to put into your multiple bets, that is for sure. Anis Mirabilis might be a chance and a sign, but Big Duke on top in the Sydney Cup. Okay, it's 2 Super Pick Saturday. Let's get into it. The first Super Pick will be Waking Moment, Profit Plus, 50% place in the Australian Oaks. I think she's great value. My second Super Pick will be Big Duke in the Sydney Cup. He's Profit Plus, 50% the win. Hey, have a cracking weekend. Conditions apply and gamble responsibly.